Hey fellow Brick fans, DJ Bricks here, back for another video. And before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, smash that like button. Ringing that bell is important so you know whenever I upload new content. Lego Marvel stuff I tend to try to upload every Saturday. But getting into today's review, I have a Lego Marvel SpiderMan 2021 set. It is Spider-Man's monster truck versus Mysterio. It is set number 76174. It's recommended for building ages 8 and up. Comes with 439 pieces, 4 minifigures, and it retails in America for $40. And I know what everybody's thinking is another vehicle for Spider-Man. That seems to be a common complaint with sets, but what else are they going to throw in besides a building? But let's get into this set, start deconstructing it to see how it stacks up, starting as always with the minifigures. So looking at the first figure, of course, we're going to start with Spider-Man. For his accessory here, he just has one of those web style pieces built up that we've been getting since the 2019 sets. But here, the actual web pieces are molded in like a trans white, which helps give them more of that web fluid look from the comics, which I like. It helps make it look more web-like here. But going over the figure, it's the same one we've got in pretty much all the other sets. Nice comic torso printing there, as well as the head print. And then you can see the back head and torso printing there. And then again, first Spider-Man we've ever gotten that has arm printing. But unfortunately, because they tried printing a bright red color onto a darker color like blue, the red is just so much darker than the rest of the costume, which unfortunately is a big QC issue, and I don't like it. Apart from that, it's a really well done figure. It's just, again, unfortunately, because of the coloration of those arms, it just mars what could be a great figure. But so next we're going to take a look at Gwen Stacy, SpiderGwen, Ghost Spider, whatever Marvel feels like calling her. They've pretty much interchanged between those names. On this box art, they do call her SpiderGwen. Her accessories, getting into them, she does come with a purple skateboard that is plain. Kind of a missed opportunity. They could have printed it, could have given a sticker to give a unique design, but that's neither here nor there. And you can see her other accessory is a web assembly. Like Spider-Man, it just uses a couple of different pieces from that web accessory pack that comes in these sets. Taking the skateboard away though, we're going to take a closer look at her torso and head printing. This is the same exact Ghost Spider that we've been getting since the 2019 sets, but there is literally no difference with her torso printing. You just can see it better, and that is due to her using that new hood piece that we got this year. We previously took a look at it with the Miles Morales mech set. It's the same exact hood piece. It's just here it's molded in a white color, which I like that we're getting these right out of the gate in a couple different colors. But there you can see the head print unmarred by that, and there is no pack face printing, but I do think that it helps SpiderGwen look a little bit better. But that does it for her. Let's move on to the next figure. So next figure we're going to look at is Mysterio. And this figure is slightly updated from the one we got last year. The difference are pretty minor, but you can see them right out of the gate. First we get this nice smoky trail effect. That part was introduced last year in the hidden side sets, and here it's been remolded into a mixture of green and trans green plastic to get that smoky effect. The legs just sit in there. It's pretty much just a leg attachment thing, and it looks really nice. It helps gives Mysterio that iconic smoky trail that he has in the comics whenever he's flying. But that is really great, and his accessories are the Power Blast pieces molded in trans green for the first time. I'm surprised we didn't get those for Far From Home, but they work really nicely. If you don't know how they work, you just push down and it'll launch the blast at a figure. He has golden hands. Torso's not new. It was in a set last year. Cape is one neck hole, so it's a smaller cape, just due to it being introduced in junior set. But lifting up, you can see the back torso printing, and commenting on that front torso printing, it's also really nice. It's really nice to get a comic book Mysterio. Again, if you missed out on that 4+ set, good chance to get him here again. And talking about his head up here, his fishbowl, it's actually molded in this new kind of iridescent blue color. The box and the instructions make this look like a brighter blue than what it actually is, but I love this color. It's more reminiscent of what he has in Far From Home, as well as several other Spider-Man toys on the market right now. But as you can see underneath, it's just a plain gray head. But putting it on kind of gives the effect of some smoke in there, which is really nice. And again, I really love that fishbowl color. It's just so iridescent and it looks really good. So moving on to the final figure, and in my opinion the star of this set, it's a Doc Ock. You may be thinking it's nothing special, but in this case it's a new Doc Ock, and he is specifically based off that torso, that head print and that hair print, very obviously inspired by what Doc Ock looks like in the PS4 SpiderMan game. Very obviously so. But getting into this figure, we're going to start with his accessories. He comes with a diamond and a sack, just due to basic premise of him robbing stuff. And he also comes with a couple other things to steal: another diamond, a couple gold bars, and a couple of green tiles of Lego's stereotypical money piece. So a lot to steal. Next, we're going to get into these tentacles here. Next, we're going to start talking about his how Lego did his tentacles in the set here. It's a fairly basic design. They use that Outrider piece that allows attachment of arms They've been kind of using that as the basis of his arms for a while now. But that just gives a great range of motion for these. You do have a sticker on each tentacle here, just to give it more detail. And then nice shaping, and then at the tip here with the tips of the tentacles for the arms, you do have the Nexo Nice piece in trans green there with nice shaping to make up the individual fingers of the arm here, which allows some nice clasping of items if you want. Again, you can fit like a small bar-shaped item, a tile-shaped item in there. If you want, you can even fit a minifigure in his claws if you so choose. He doesn't really grasp them quite that well, but you can play with them like that. Going over the articulation of these, because of that outright hair piece, you do have not that much going forward there, but a lot of range back. You do have a ball joint here which allows some great range of motion at there, and then at the wrist, you do have some nice great range of motion there as well. And then, as I showed, you can pose each of the fingers of his arms really nicely. But let's get those off so we can take a closer look at that head and torso. And taking a closer look at that torso print, you can see, if you've ever seen a picture of what Doc Ock looks in the PS4 game, this is pretty much it. It's just like changed some coloration and some designs, just as well as his face print there with the goggles. They changed a little bit of colors just as artistic license. But this is very clearly inspired by his appearance there. You can see the back torso printing there. And that hair piece is also a big giveaway. It's not exactly his hairstyle in that game, but it's clearly inspired by it. And then that head print, you have some nice goggle printing, as well as some facial details that also kind of look like how he looks in the game. And then his alternate expression, you can see, is also a nice one. It's just a little bit more aggressive with a closed mouth, but it does look very nice. But that does it for Doc Ock. Let's take a look at the rest of the set. So looking at the two main builds of the set, you get the monster truck itself and a couple of Mysterio's drones. So we're gonna split these up, take a closer look at both. So looking at Mysterio's drones here, first up out of the gate, these are pretty much accurate version of the drones used in Far From Home. Like, pretty much in those sets we just got inaccurate colored ones just due to concept art or whatever. Here they get the color right. Even the stickers on top here, get a closer look at those. They are both very accurate to how the drones appeared in the movie. It's the same exact build, if not they do change it up a little bit. You do have some of those guns Lego's been using for a while, since the Alien Conquest line, and you got a couple binoculars up there, and you get some nice part usage back there too. And then on each side of the drone you get a stud shooter mounted on there, and it shoots off dark gunmetal gray studs. You do get extras of those as always. And yeah, these two drones, they are built identically. You just build them twice, so it's a little tedious to build these, but I do think that they look good. It's nice to get more accurate versions of those drones. And let's move on to Spidey's actual monster truck. So taking a look at the monster truck itself, overall, I think that it is a nice build, and they do use a lot of interesting techniques to make this, particularly down here with the actual monster truck element of it, and how they build the techniques to make the fake suspension, which we'll get into in a second here. But how they achieve that, I think that it is a really effective build. They do a great job of mimicking all the pistons and suspension pieces that would be there on an actual monster truck, which is great. Only things I don't like here are the colored Technic pieces here. The yellow showing here and then the blue showing here really doesn't, and especially the red here. I mean, it kind of works because those are Spider-Man's colors, but it's a little jarring. I understand, of course, that it's done that way so kids can have an easier building experience, but it kind of puts a damper on it. You do get stickers on these wheels. The wheel covers, those are stickers, and it's on all four wheels here. As you can see, you do have a sticker for the license plate. I like that vanity license plate there. It's on both the front and the back there. This is probably a little bit of a pain of a sticker set to put on the SpiderMan logo. It's 3 separate stickers, just put on there, and it's on both sides. And then you got a sticker here on the front of the truck, as well as that nice sticker at the top there. You do have some nice part usage. I love the coloring here of dark blue and red, and then some stripes of white. They could have went with regular blue, but I think the dark blue here looks significantly better. It just helps this vehicle pop a little bit more. And they use those clip pieces to make mirrors. Love the silver bar pieces here, used as the bumpers as well. So really great. And then they have a basic technique that they've used before to make the headlights up top there, and then opening it up, it just sits on those 2 studs with the windscreen there, and then it just rests on these studs here just to hold it up. And then on the interior, you just get like one small little seat area for a minifigure, whoever you want to put behind there. But let's get into some of those play features. As I mentioned, a big one here is the suspension here. It uses it pretty much uses like a cantilever system with a couple of the rubber Technic pieces there, which just kind of lets it freely wobble, and these rubber pieces just prevent it from going too far and then just helping it bounce back. But that's really fun, and thankfully this midsection, which looks like it wouldn't be very sturdy, is very sturdy, so a kid can really grab this and do some wheelies and run over stuff, everything that you would want a monster truck to do. And I think that Lego did a really good job with this, the designer in particular. It's a really good system, having a really fun without all those annoying rubber bands that they sometimes use to achieve those monster truck effects in other sets. But the other major play feature of this set is this net launcher, which unfortunately they have this bright yellow handle. I kind of wish that it was a different color, but they do that so a kid can know what to grab onto to activate a play feature. And you just flip it up. It kind of brings up this net launcher, which is built with a couple new pieces in a new color, and kind of uses like another version of a cantilever, which it's very smooth. It's very smooth down there. And moving that out of the way, you can get a look at the back here just a little bit, and you have an engine block there. But getting back into this play feature, you don't have, unfortunately, just due to the nature of this net launcher piece that they came out with a couple years back, this time they didn't put it on a turret, so you can't really aim it. But to activate it, you just pull this all the way back and you stuff the net in. It doesn't matter how which way you bunch that net up, but to make it fire, you just push the plunger, and it doesn't always work. It doesn't. You're supposed to catch a bad guy in the net, but it doesn't always do what you want it to do. So just and yeah, that time it got caught on the headlights there. It's just I think it's probably a play feature that this could have gone without. I think that well, the attempt, the idea was good. I don't think that it was executed particularly well, because you kind of have to hold this lever here just to make sure it doesn't go down. And no matter how hard you push this, it doesn't want to get out past the headlights there. So that does it for looking at the monster truck itself. Let's move on to the box, extra pieces, instructions, and I'll meet you back up for the final verdict. So looking at extra pieces here, we do get all the web pieces molded in that trans white color that are unused in the build, that you can use if you want to, especially these web handcuffs. You can pretty much customize the webs however you want, as I established earlier in the video. For the stud shooters, you do have, as always, you do get an extra trigger in case yours breaks or wears down. But you also get 4 extra studs meant for extra ammo that are designated for that. And for main extra pieces, you get an extra diamond piece and bunch of extra studs and tiles in different colors, as well as plates, a couple extra Technic pieces, an extra wheel I got in mine. But that does it for the extra pieces. Alright, so looking at the instructions here, I will note that mine's curved up a little bit. It was shoved in the box. Tried to straighten it out as best I could, but it's just one small booklet. Front of the cover here, as always, the toned down box art, as well as that QR code in case you want to build with that Life app. And then No real issues with the instructions to speak of, though it does take 71 pages of building. And then on these 2 pages, you have a cross-sell of the 2021 mech sets, as well as the 2021 Spider-Man sets with that with the spider layer there that is releasing in a couple days. And then the back 2 pages are, of course, the parts inventory in case you need to order a new part or what have you. And then on the back, you have the win with the product feedback with a pirate sporting it. But that does it for the instructions. Looking at the box for the set, is that standard $40 thick box size box overall design. It's that same Spider-Man design that we've been getting since 2019, though it is updated with that with the 2021 Spider-Man replacing that. You get the set logo up top, set spikes on the side there. Nice product shot of the set in action, as well as the minifigures down there. Top of the box has not much, but it does sport that actual size reference of Spider-Man. And then the back of the box just features different shots of the set in action and some of the play features of the set. And then on that side, you do get that comic book Spider-Man. But that does it for looking at the box of the set. So going over my final thoughts, the build of the set, the monster truck is surprisingly, well, the monster truck, I do like elements of it, the suspension, the durability of it. It's a rough and tumble thing that kids can absolutely play with. Again, it may not be something that Spider-Man you would associate with Spider-Man, but he has had vehicles in the comics and other media, and toy companies just seem to love to throw them in here. Just to give us that with Spider-Man, regardless if it makes sense or not. But that monster truck is well constructed. I do like that suspension feature. The net launcher, like all the other times it's been included, really doesn't work all that well. And that hood of the roof of the actual truck has a hard time staying on. And the drones, moving on to them, I do like that we are getting references to the actual MCU within these sets and getting chances to get more accurate stuff, and those drones are very accurate to what was actually in the movie, so that's nice, and it's nice to see that. Ock's tentacles, they do technically count as part of the build, since you do build his tentacles up. I think that Lego did a good job designing those. It's very fun to play with, very fun to pose. Getting into those minifigures, however, Spider-Man is pretty standard, as well as Ghost Spider, but the standouts here are the villains here. You get that comic Mysterio if you missed out on him last year, but he is upgraded with those smoky effects, that iridescent color for his fishbowl. I really like that. That is a good color to get that in. It makes it pop a little bit. And then the absolute standout here is Doc Ock, who is, again, very, very clearly somewhat inspired by the PS4 game. And I think that it's nice to get a reference to that game. I think it's nice to get a reference to that game, but at the same time, I would have liked an actual version of that figure to be actually based off the game, but it's still a nice figure. Quality wise, instructions once again were shoved in. Spidey's arms, also a huge problem. So all in all, full retail price of 40 US bucks. Yes, it's absolutely worth that $40 price point. You do get a nice amount of stuff here. That monster truck alone feels like a $40 set. I don't know if it's the size or you just get a lot of stuff here. So it's absolutely worth a full price for the kids. Adults, I would say maybe wait for a sale, maybe 10% off, 20% off. The only thing in here for adults would be the figures, maybe the drones. But that's my thought on the price. So all in all, set gets a 9 out of 10 for me. Let me know what you think of this set in the comments below. I always look forward to having a discussion with you guys about the set. But that does it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Until next time, keep building.